Oh, you definitely have some childhood trauma.
What is up, guys? It's Kev here.
Kev Strength, welcome to my podcast. Okay, I've genuinely been more excited to do this podcast than a lot of content I've ever done in my life. So thank you for joining, good sir.
No, yeah, I've been wanting to, I guess, get on a podcast. I just been waiting for the right one.
This is the first one?
Yes, this is my first podcast. You could tell.
Let's go, boys.
Yeah.
So what makes you want to star on a podcast with only like 1,000 watchers?
Because to me, it doesn't really matter how many watchers there are. I just want to have good conversation. And I know, certain podcasts will have conversations that lead certain ways. And for me, it's important, like, which way it goes. And I know with you, it's going to go the right way. So that's why I wanted to get on this one first.
Okay,
yeah.
so I should throw out the script of, like, trying to cancel you and stuff. Yeah.
But,
we how do you feel right now? A little nerve-wracking?
Yeah, I'm a little nervous, but that's how it gets when I talk in front of the camera. So I'm good. It's good to, I guess, get experience from it.
No, it's genuinely scary. And I was just saying to you yesterday, like, and I feel all the time, but sometimes you just have to, like, tell them that you're fucking scared first.
Yeah.
Because if you say it, it eases the tension, and we're all friends here.
Yeah.
Okay, can you, like, give me a Wall Street sales pitch of who the fuck you are?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
For people who don't know.
Who don't know me.
Because we don't put any like B-roll or anything into these podcasts.
Yeah.
I always say we're with a pretty prisoner from One Punch Man.
I guess if you were to describe me like on a Tinder profile, right?
Yes.
I love hard training. I love lifting. It's just been one of my biggest passions for the last 7 years. And I just started to, I guess, record them in the last 2 to 3 years in terms of putting it out more on social media. And I guess people will know me for just training hard and loving bodybuilding. And if you were to describe me, I think it'd just be someone who's like obsessed with a bunch of different goals in life. And one of them is just to become a great bodybuilder and I guess motivate other people internally rather than externally. So,
okay. Because you're too humble and nice, I'm gonna do the sales pitch for you, like you're trying to sell it to a hot chick on Tinder. Okay, ready? I'm gonna douche out for you.
Yeah.
This is Kev Strength with over how many on TikTok? Like a million? Do you have a
no, like I guess 800, around 800.
Almost 1 million followers on TikTok.
Yeah.
Gets millions of views, up to 20 million views on TikTok, and a very loyal, almost 600,000 on Instagram.
Yeah.
But fuck the numbers. What drew me to wanting to come out and do these collabs, because just to jerk myself off and my ego right now, we lose money making these collabs, like flying out here. We're in New York right now.
Yeah.
This is for like the main channel's side passion project series where we just go meet people I find interesting.
Yeah.
And wow, that sounds like a date. Sick. Basically, we just go on like a date.
Yeah.
And yesterday we did your day in the life. And today we're gonna do like my challenges and stuff I have for you.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I mean, what drew me to reach out? Because I'm scared as fuck to reach out to people, man. Like I can't take the rejection. I've reached out to only like 5 people in the fitness industry. Yeah. And it's scary when you get rejected, right?
Yeah.
But not only how kind you were after you answered, but I as most people who know who you are, like you scroll online and you see this motherfucker in the scariest clothing, like ripped sleeves,
prisoner outfit,
yeah. Looking like he's like 6. What are you, 6'1"?
No, just 6 foot.
Okay, but it looks 6'4". Like get the merch back up there, goddamn.
Yeah.
Curling heavyweight, screaming in the gym, no music, by himself, and that's very captivating. And what I find interesting is a fuck ton of dudes post stuff like that. Like a ton of guys post stuff. Like, have you seen the guys who wear like the ski masks and everything in the gym?
Yeah.
But you are one of the only people, maybe besides like the earlier ages of Shizzy, who posted stuff like that where it's almost, from what I see, fully love. Like, I always say that I feel like you can tell through a camera when people are being like genuine and stuff, when they're doing their shit. And it captivated me too. I was like, this guy, like, I was trying to hate on it. I was like, oh, he's probably faking those reps and screaming. And I was like, he's not. And I'm angry. And then, as the people who are the very close fans to you, how many would you say that is out of the combined total?
I don't know, I'd say I have like a good like a close 100,000 people that really
That's
care about like what I do, which is
crazy.
I guess the important side of things.
Yeah.
Because they'll leave comments, and not even just comments, but like DMs where they'll be like, "Dude, like I'm 40 something years old, and you got me to wake up this morning and lift." And that's like probably one of the best ones I
Wow.
get. Yeah, it's really dope seeing those things, and I didn't think someone like me could ever bring that out of somebody.
Yeah.
You know, it's cool.
And it's those guys, they get to know you more because, well, how I would have been way too fucking scared to to reach out to you
Yeah.
if I didn't see your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
It would like 20,000 people in that one.
Yeah.
20,000 really close people, and it's just you like vlogging your workouts. But what's interesting is you're very soft spoken, very kind, very gentle. We've hung out with you all of yesterday, and I don't hear you ever talking shit about people. I don't hear you ever like, you know, badmouth anybody. You're very positive, and it's like a lot of like genuine like love and pride. Like Jacob, your
Right-hand man,
your
best
right hand
friend,
man,
yeah.
hopefully best friend. I hope it'd be weird if not.
Yeah.
Like it was nothing but praise back and forth between you guys.
Yeah.
That's incredible. So I think I'm just very drawn to the fact that like I wish a lot of guys had more role models like this that they can see like do some crazy shit, like fuck some shit up, but also it's on the back end they're dope.
Yeah.
So okay, I'm gonna let you talk. I'm gonna stop yapping.
Oh no.
Tell me about
Yeah, people always get surprised. They're like, I didn't expect you, I guess, to be kind of kind in person or nice whenever they meet me, like outside. And I guess just there's no need to have any of that aggression because that gym period, those 2 hours, is just where I get to, I guess, be myself in terms of express myself, like stuff I felt throughout the day. So if like something, I guess, wrong goes throughout the day, like there's a lot of stress going on with whatever business, relationship, I guess those 2 hours is just my time. And that's why I guess it's a different version of myself or a different side of myself that I enjoy having. And the gym's always been that outlet for me. So there's no need to, I guess, have any aggression throughout the day with other people, even if they're trying to pull it out of you. And I just use it on those 2 hours of the day that I love best and I look forward to the most. So
did you always lift like that?
Not until four-ish years ago when I learned how to train properly with intensity.
Who the fuck taught you that, bro?
I've had like 2 to 3 bodybuilding coaches, and once they taught me like to train with intent, I got into the more, I guess, aggressive style of lifting because it's just fun for me. I know it may not be the best form all the time, like when we do barbell rows, when we do like heavier lifts, but to me it's enjoyable, and if it's enjoyable, it'll get me coming back every single day. So
okay,
yeah.
sweet, yeah. Wow, I don't know what to say to that. What I found so interesting is yesterday when you lift at like 12 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And you get how many hours on average of sleep?
Recently around 3 to 4, but it's looking to change to
Okay.
a little longer.
So like 4 to 5.
Yeah.
This guy's a workaholic, man. Like, can you run me through the day in the life before we bring it back to the gym? Because there's something I saw yesterday in the gym that was I've genuinely never seen from anybody, and it was incredible.
I guess the day in my life right now would be it's like 70% working on my clothing brand because it's something that's very, I guess, important to me now. And then so I guess it's just work, and then we'll do more stuff like record some videos throughout the day, and now daily YouTube hopefully. And then I'll try to save some time, like at least 10% of the day, to enjoy like personal relationships, right, with friends. And then the gym time is usually around 12 o'clock at night, just because the gym is alone, like it's empty at that time, and that's when I like to train. So it's usually just work, eat, gym right now for me.
Ah, sounds like a good life.
Yeah.
But that's like 5 a.m., right? You're waking up usually 5 or 6.
Yeah.
And then you do your 2 hours of cardio. Not right now, but you'll get back on that.
Yeah.
Work, and then what a fucked up schedule. So okay, what I saw in the gym yesterday was, you know, a lot of people tell you to dial in. A lot of people tell you to get into the mindset.
Yeah.
And I remember when I first started working with a bodybuilding coach, he started to tell me, like, you gotta treat this shit like it's deserved, like a sport.
Yeah.
Like, and then I started to get into the mentality of treating it like I did for powerlifting, really locking in for each rep. But we got in yesterday, It's 12 a.m. You have 400 milligrams of caffeine
Yeah.
in your system. Your butthole is itching from all the all
Yeah.
the beta alanine
That was a lot.
and no music.
Hmm.
And I saw you sitting down at the like in front of the lift for like 20, 30 minutes and just getting into the zone like an athlete would before a football game or something. Where did you learn to do that? Where did that come from?
I used to play football before, and I always get this kind of anxiety before a big thing. Like before a game, I would always be nervous, but I try to just put myself aside and just chill for a couple minutes and just kind of think about what I'm about to do. That way, when you get into the actual workout, you're prepared and you're ready. A biggest thing was mental. So, actually, like 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, when the bulk was starting, my biggest last bulk, I'd have a routine. Like I'd set the you heard the screaming noises, like the screaming training videos.
I did hear that.
I played.
I did hear the screaming noises in your car.
Yeah,
Yes,
Dorian
Kevin.
Yates, the beautiful guy. I would play that song in the car, and if I'd have someone in the car with me, they'd be like, "Kev, like let's play some regular rap music or something." But it'd be the same routine, and I just blast it, go to the gym, and we do heavy squats. And if I had a set next week, like I'd be thinking about it the entire week. Like, look, you have to do everything right in order to execute that set next week properly. And I guess it's, I guess it's like, it's not necessary, but to me, it helps me lock in more, and I just enjoy it. I enjoy the kind of pressure coming for that set.
And then have you had workouts where you can't get yourself into that zone?
Um, I've had workouts where I haven't felt the best, but getting in the zone has always been there for me. It's just some mental lock in that I can kind of do before the workout starts.
If you don't mind sharing, you don't have to say what it is, but like
Yeah.
what gets you in that zone? Are you purely thinking about the lifts, executing the lifts, or do you have to tap into some crazy shit?
No, it's usually just my anxiety. That one thing
Huh.
is like my go-to for anything. Like whenever I need to be serious in life, or like when you have this really funny joke that you're not supposed to be laughing at in front of other people.
I just laugh. I
Yeah,
have
I'll
bad
just
social awareness.
I'll tap into the mind and I'll be fine. Which is why I think being able to control your mind is probably one of the biggest assets you have.
Well, how do you tap? Like, how do you tap into anxiety? Because I've heard of people tap into their sadness, their depression, their heartbreak. God,
I know.
but
Yeah.
yeah, how do you tap into anxiety? Because from the brief period I had really bad anxiety in my life, it's like it shuts you down. Like
Yeah.
you don't feel like a human.
Well, for me, I've overcame a lot of it. So I just tap into the moments where I haven't overcame it yet. And then I kind of realized, like, look where I'm at now in terms of how I deal with this. And if I was able to overcome that, then whatever's in front of me is nothing, like, compared to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it like one thing you're anxious about, or is it all of life? Like, where is it?
No, I think it's a lot of things I'm anxious
Okay.
about. So it's not just one. But the feeling that you get from it is always the same. Either harder or less, but it's always more like the same feeling.
What does it feel like to you?
Oh, anxiety?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
If you can try to describe it just to yourself.
Oh,
like-
dude, that's there's different. I guess there is different feelings of it, but
Go ahead.
usually it's just like you feel like you're on 1,000 milligrams of caffeine all in one shot.
Okay.
I start shaking sometimes, but mostly it's in here, which is the worst part for me. I guess I never really told anyone what anxiety I had, but it's OCD anxiety.
Okay.
But not in the sense of like, hey, look, I got to make sure these things are organized or clean. More in the sense of I just hyperfixate on certain things like body things or like there's like certain things that my mind just sticks to and it's like becomes an obsession. And that's why I think like me in the gym really have this obsessive relationship.
Okay.
Because I was able to use my anxiety and put it on the gym and obsess with that, and now it kind of takes most of my thoughts up throughout the day.
Is it like perfectionism?
Huh?
Like with your body?
No, it's literally just like regular body functions, like whether you're breathing, blinking, stuff like that, and you just hyperfixate on those things, and it's like your mind is just literally that's all it's thinking about. Like it'll just pick something and then it'll think about it, and you can't. It just feels like you're not in the real world in a sense, like you're not living. Yeah, because you're like internal in your body.
So like if it's breathing, for example,
Yeah.
it's like you just notice the air coming in.
Yeah, like do you know? I know there's this thing where it's like you watch a movie and someone's underwater, and
Mm-hmm,
it feels like they're not breathing, right? You kind of hold your breath in a
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
It's kind of like that. It would focus on that, and I feel like I couldn't breathe or stuff like
Okay.
that, and it happened throughout the day, or
Wow.
especially when I'm sleeping, because usually you're alone with your mind at nighttime because
Yes.
there's no distraction, and literally couldn't sleep. It'd be hours upon hours just not
Fuck.
sleeping because it's kind of my body's obsessing over one thing. But I guess I've learned to overcome that a bit by putting other things in my life, which is why I like to stay busy,
Okay.
because then I have other things to kind of lead that obsession towards that'll allow me to sleep more. Yeah.
Okay, because I'm thinking about what we're about to go do.
Mm-hmm.
Like you know the gist of it, right?
Kind of.
So
Yeah.
like I'll give you a rundown because whenever I do these um this is a pickle now in my head,
Mm-hmm.
but whenever I do these collabs, like my goal is to have the person that I'm with at least come to an understanding, hopefully overcome like one of their deepest like mental fears,
Yeah.
like at least like yeah, get to acknowledge it. But we try to see like how can we do that without it just being like through conversation.
Yeah.
So basically we're gonna have you in a position where the social anxiety is there,
Yeah.
like, and the goal of it, I'm trying to not give it away too much, is to have you get to a point where you can ask yourself like what it's coming from
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. And I find it just interesting because usually like what you're describing is what most people would consider like a form of meditation, like fixating on one thing.
Yeah.
And for a lot of people that's very calming
Mm-hmm.
because that's like for them that's like, oh, I'm learning to be in the present.
Yeah.
So how like, what is the fear that comes from that, or like how does that, I'm
Um,
trying to understand.
it's
Yeah.
just because it depends on that one thing that you're fixating on.
Okay.
If it's like peace or inner peace,
Yes.
it'll be a better thing to fixate on, which is why I choose things like the gym or stuff like that to fixate on better than all the other things. Because I think when you meditate, you focus on breathing, right?
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
but it's a different form for me when it comes to my anxiety wise, because it's
Mm.
the more negative side of it. It's literally not.
Mm.
It's not a calming side. It's just a more.
It's like why am I
It's
breathing?
it's annoying. Yeah, it's a very annoying side of it.
I
Yeah.
see. What are the what tools have you learned to get out of that?
Oh, I think the biggest tool, which I'd love to tell everybody,
Yeah.
actually, and this is what I tell everyone in my messages or DMs when they
Mhm.
ask me the same thing, is I would always avoid trying to think those thoughts. And my therapist would tell me, he's like, look, just confront them right then and there. Say, look, I'm okay with this. It's happening right now. Don't try to think of something else, because the more you try to think of something else, the more you get affected by the original thought. And
Mm.
it just being there in the present and saying, look, I'm okay with this. It's happening right now. Let it happen. And then literally my mind would just ease, and I would not, there would, because when anxiety, there's something happening, right? Like right here, this is where something's about to happen.
Yep.
And then the anxiety part is like before it, because it hasn't even happened yet. So
Okay.
I would just eliminate this first part and then just go straight to the actual like
Thing
problem.
that's about
Yes.
to happen.
Yes.
That's terrifying, man.
Yeah.
Shriek's nodding his head back there. Are you like you might have some of this?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
No, okay. And then how did you do that yesterday? Because yesterday was the biggest drop you've done of your clothing brand.
Yeah.
It was it was the first one where you actually had sponsored athletes.
Mhm.
You've created this thing. We'll dive in a little later, but like
Yeah.
how much it means to you.
Mhm.
But that's a fuck ton of anxiety, man.
Yeah.
You have like whatever 1,000 pieces of clothing you got to sell, and like there's a chance it doesn't sell. Like how,
Yeah.
But I came here and you seem pretty damn calm.
Yeah.
Way more than I can.
Internally, it was more excitement, I guess, for me, just
Okay.
because I was more excited to see how the videos would just come out. And to me, like the biggest part of the brand is the kind of feeling you get when you watch the videos, or the feeling you get when you wear the clothes. Because like I said, I like to captivate kind of emotion in people, because the brand is based on emotion, right? It's based on control. The name is Controlled Insanity. It's based on emotion. So to me, I was still anxious, to see how things would go, because I guess I put a lot of risk into it. But
Mhm.
at the same time, I was happy and excited to see how people would react to what we put out. And Yeah. So whether it went bad or whether it went good,
Yeah.
I already told Jacob. I was like, look, we're ready for any outcome, and regardless of if we're in the worst position of our life, we could still push back no matter what. Which is
Okay.
probably, I think that's like the confidence I have in myself, and I know he has it in
Yeah.
himself. No matter what position you're in, we're always gonna like fight for whatever. There's no like question about it. So
But that seems like it took a shit ton of mental work to get to, eh?
oh yeah, it did. It did.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, what? How were you always had this anxiety your whole life?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
no, it started in middle school when I started to, I guess that's when it came to realization. But I was actually dealing with it before. Now, like whenever you look back at it, you're like, oh, that probably was my anxiety feeling. I just didn't know what it was called
Mm.
yet. And now when you look back at it, I know what it's called and what it was. So
And then, like, what was the worst it's ever been?
probably when I first discovered it, that first day I was at my dad's apartment building, and
Mm-hmm.
like I discovered it that night. And because when you have no idea what it is, it's 10 times worse because you're like, what the fuck's happening to me? Why am I feeling this? But once I started to learn about it and like tackle it, then I realized, okay, so this is what it is. And now that's why I'm like, I want to be able to help people because
Yeah.
like I want them to skip that what is this phase, that the hardest phase of it all. So
And
um
like, when it started, like the first time, what did you feel?
oh,
How
it
like how
was
old were you? Like
I was probably
10?
10,
Yeah. Okay.
around 10, and I could describe the whole night. It
But
was just
please, yeah, if you want to.
it was literally just me going in the kitchen, drinking water. I was like, oh, I just my mind just hyper fixated on swallowing the whole night. Literally just
Mm.
kept swallowing. Like my mind just was like it's just focused on that one objective to swallow, right?
Mm.
And to the point where there was no saliva left in your mouth, whatever. And it just kept so there was no sleep that night. It was just like, why am I so obsessed with this one body function? Like in my mind, it wouldn't go away. It just kept hammering at
Yeah.
my mind, like do it, whatever. It wasn't saying do it right, but it just kept me doing it in a sense. So I was confused. I was like, what the hell is wrong with me? Like, why am I so focused on this? And then I started to realize, like, even before that, like when I'd be in school, my feet would feel so hot and sweaty, and the reason it felt so hot and sweaty all day was because I was so focused on it. And like when you start to focus on certain parts of your body, you'll feel them. You'll feel things like you've never felt before, and it's something that's I don't know. I don't really want to put out there to other people
Yeah.
because you never know it could trigger or start something for other people. But that's why I never really explained it much to other people.
Uh-huh.
But it all led to one outlet of just feeling that feeling here.
Mm.
Um,
It's like a very scary feeling.
yeah, like I
Okay.
remember before I started that main video that I guess got people to see me, like driving home from the gym alone, dude, I'd want to pull over to the side and be like, what the fuck? Like, this is not safe for me to drive right now. And
Oh,
um,
after you posted the video.
before, like,
Okay.
yeah, because I was seeing my therapist once a week.
Yep.
And it would just be a scary feeling driving home and be like, what the fuck am I feeling? Like, I'd call
Mm.
people that are close to me, like, dude, like, what do I do? And then I'd call my therapist. He'd help me out. He'd say, dude, don't drive right now. It's not safe to drive. Pull over to
Mm.
the side, which is where that pulling over to the side that one night when it was raining kind of came from because that's the advice I was given. And yeah,
And was it your therapist who
yeah,
helped you figure out?
yeah.
And when did you start going to therapy?
I started therapy in middle school. It was like a child therapy
Okay.
one, and she helped me a lot. I always remember her. She's in Main Street. Her name's Ala.
Mm.
She was golden. Like because in middle school you don't know what the fuck's going on. Like
Yeah.
you have no sense of anything, and she helped me realize what it was, and that was probably the best thing that's ever happened.
Well, how did you even start going? Because like I always make the joke that because I used to be this guy who'd be like, therapy's cringe and gay. Don't go to therapy. If you're a man, you don't need therapy. And I was the dude who I'd see like girls in high school say that they're depressed and anxious, and I would be talking mad shit. I'd be like, no, you're not. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Whoa, happened to me. I'm like, goddamn, I'm
Now
a
you know.
dick, bro.
Yeah.
So what got you the balls to go? How did you make
I
that
guess
step?
because I would tell my mom about how I'd feel,
Yeah.
and then I guess obviously like when you're in middle school and people hear you're going to therapy, it's fucking that's not gonna go what it's not
Oh
gonna go
yeah.
right. Even maybe in high school too, but I told her and she just put me into it, which is why I thank her for that. Because obviously that's the only way I would have been able to get any kind of help, and she'd take me every week, and
Mm.
it was good. It was life changing for me.
And then you're not going now?
I had one like in the last like when I had felt that anxious feeling like 2 years ago. I had him for about a year, and the whole I guess objective was for me to feel way more comfortable in like living and accepting what I have. And he's helped me a lot, and I haven't gone back to therapy in about a year so
Oh
far.
wow.
Yeah, which is,
I don't know if to say congrats to that
no,
or
yeah, it's because if I'm going to therapy, I definitely need it.
okay.
So it's definitely a better feeling right now. I don't know if it's because my mind's been more distracted or busy,
Okay. That's
but
interesting.
yeah, but I think it's been well so far. So I won't, you know, I don't I don't want to tackle it or jinx it in a sense, right?
Huh. Why are you scared of tackling? Because I see therapy as like prehab before the gym.
Yeah.
I see therapy as doing your band work, doing things like that, and that like I don't like you're not just gonna do your band work if you're broken, you know?
Yeah.
So why do you see tackling it on every single day?
Because I think with my sense of anxiety, it's like the reminder of it will probably cause more of it.
Okay.
Which is funny thing. My mom, like after the middle school therapy, like 2 years passed by, I was really good, and then she would just ask me, she's like, "Hey Kevin, how's your anxiety going?" And I'd be like, "Mom, don't ask me, please, because you're gonna remind me of it." And then literally like that's how the I guess the anxiety that I have works in a sense. She would remind me of it, and then I'd start to feel it right then and there. My mind would just pick something negative of my body and just go for it.
Yep.
And that's why I would tell her mom, like, I'll tell you when I'm not feeling well, but don't ask me, just because I don't want to be reminded of it. Which I guess kind of started that whole thing of her not talking to me about it anymore for the last couple of years,
Okay.
because I kind of gave her that hint in a sense. And yeah, I guess it's just for my kind of anxiety, just the reminder of it when I'm feeling good is probably not the best for me.
What then? What makes you want to go on the internet and talk about it so much and help people? Is it like the helping people trumps the possible fucking yourself up?
Like I watched this one video on YouTube when
Yeah.
I there was these 2 years where I went through depersonalization,
Okay.
and like literally where I just felt like I was walking on clouds. Like I didn't like actually feel like I was here.
Wow.
And during those 2 years, like I watched this fucking one video on YouTube. This one dude, literally, this one video on YouTube changed how I fucking felt.
Okay,
And
that's good.
dude's like, it was like a 13-second video. He's like, stop, stop thinking about it. Don't fight. Something like what my
Yeah.
therapist told me. He's like, don't fight the feeling. Just accept it and embrace it, which is why embrace is such a big word in my clothing brand. He's like, embrace it, live through it. And that one fucking 13-second video literally changed my life. And
Oh, sweet.
if he could do that for me, and like I don't know who that person is, but I'm so grateful for him that I want to be able to do that to other people,
Yeah.
It's crazy what like a 13-second video could do
Well,
to you.
people only see the success now.
Mhm.
Like, sure, I'm sure you've probably like there's some young people out there that like without you they might not be here right now, and that's oh fuck, that's
Yeah.
that's whatever. But what happens when you don't? Because there are low times, right? Maybe the validation's not as much there. And
Yeah.
we're humans, so it's tough to keep pushing. What makes you? And numbers are relative. You know?
Yeah.
Like 10,000 to you is
Yeah.
not going to be how it used to be. Just
Yeah.
dopamine spikes.
Yeah.
So how do you get through those times and like still keep? Because I can tell it's fucking tough for you to talk about it, right? Or maybe now it's better. But how do you push past?
I think for
when it gets
me,
tough?
I guess when I first started, I would always be looking at numbers because I was so new to it. But just as of recent, actually, in the last month and a half, I guess this clothing brand helped me like kind of detach myself a little bit. What I tell my athletes or my friends is like, I want to make this all about you guys, so I try to take myself out of the video as much as possible, because I want to make it more about them and give them more opportunity, because I feel like I've been given enough opportunity already for me, and it's up to you on how you decide to use it. And for me, I'm using all that I've built for the last couple of years to put it into these other people. And I tell them, I'm like, look, like they send me messages. They said, Kevin, you're changing my life. And I'm like, fuck, Like I'm not even doing this for me anymore. Now it's I have an added thing where it's like I have to take care of them as well because they're fucking great people.
Yeah.
And so I guess now it's so much easier for me to kind of detach from those numbers because I'm allowing them an opportunity that I got myself because they deserve it, and I know the kind of people they are. So I just want to give it to them in a sense. So
Mm.
I'm not really worried anymore about what kind of numbers come. Yeah.
Is it like a big burden to you sometimes, even if you love it and
No,
you love the
it
people?
was a big burden to me.
Yeah.
Like I said before, like the numbers. But now it's not as much because I have another outlet for it, which is the clothing and giving
Mm-hmm.
it to them. I want them to have the numbers. I want them to kind of have that
Yeah.
feeling because I know how much work they've put in, which is why they're even on the team in the first place.
But
Uh,
I mean, like that part.
yeah.
Like
Oh, that burden.
you're such a like I can tell you guys really like to give yourselves to people.
Mhm.
And you told me yesterday, I remember that you guys have given parts of yourself to so many people that like betray you or hurt you.
Yeah.
Um what like how do you how do you keep going through that, man? That's
Um,
fucked up.
I think it all for me personally, I think it all came from that anxiety. It was like, I know what it feels like to go through some pretty, I guess, bad shit in a way mentally, and I just want to be able to give it. I don't know, give to other people now. It's like I feel like I've been blessed enough already to
Mm.
go through those things and make it out, right? And like, why not just give it to other people now?
So you
Especially, yeah.
feel fulfilled in yourself already?
Yeah, I
That's
really
amazing.
do. I really do. And like sometimes like I went on like a 3 day ski trip with friends and I was telling one of them I'm like, I kinda wanna be back home right now working. And then he kinda reminded me, he's like, dude, like at the end of the day, like after the work's done, what are you really working for? Like
Okay.
this right here is like what you want to be experiencing. Like this is your fun, your happiness. So why are you not here at the moment and enjoying it? Because then what are you working for? Which is true. It's like you'll have the money, you'll have the success that comes with it. But then at the end of the day, where are you sitting? Like right before you go to bed, and the people you have around you. Do you want to be alone, doing those kind of things, or do you want to have great people around you? And it just kind of made me realize like that's why I don't know, like money for me back then when I was younger was huge because we lived in a 1 bedroom apartment with
Mm.
fucking 4 people, cockroaches. It was disgusting, and I was like, I never ever want to be here again. So it was huge for me. It was always like, shoot, how can I make money? I want to be a fitness influencer. I want to make money like that. And then when I finally got to it, I guess the process I went through was it kind of took me away from it a little bit and just helped me want to experience life more rather than just chase something
I,
that won't give you
yeah.
happiness.
And I'm so compelled by that because I know you've turned down sponsorships.
Mm-hmm.
You can say whatever you want. I know what sponsorships have come to you, big brands offering money that some people would kill for, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
And I hear lots of stories of people coming from a tough, struggling place with not much money. And, you know, at that point, like, I can't even blame them buying the Lamborghini and all that.
Yeah, of course.
What makes you not go down that path? Especially nowadays, fitness is, I think, turning into some, like, it's like Hollywood now, you know? We have fire, we have jets. We're like, come on. We're just guys
Uh,
trying to lift weights, but that's what it is. Why are you not succumbing to that?
I think that's just their way to kind of I think that's what there's everyone has a different way to show I guess their success and like
Mm.
what's made like what they want. Like if someone wants a nice car, then fucking go for it. That's your happiness. And I'll never want to judge another person's like outlet to how they deal with things because maybe that's how they deal with something. They're like, if I have this car, I'll feel more comfortable in myself and posting stuff. So I'll never judge that. For me personally, it's not. I'm just not into I guess cars and stuff like that, or like materialistic kind of things. I'm more into just experiences and being able to live comfortably. That's the one thing that I've always talked about. Is like I don't want to have that worry anymore. So if I don't have that worry anymore, that's kind of like my car right there.
Yeah.
That's my like jewelry. That's just not being able to worry because the biggest thing I'm trying to cure, I guess, is my my mental side of things.
Yes.
So it's more just being comfortable and being able to give around my close circle in a sense.
And has there been a time that you guys have been tempted? By things.
Like right now, I told you yesterday the one thing I want to buy is custom skis, just because.
Yo, you douchebag.
uh,
You,
yeah,
you douche.
I literally went skiing one time, like recently, and like I guess it's an experience, right? Because
Yeah.
the feeling I got when I was skiing was so fucking amazing. I was like, dude, I haven't had fun other than in the gym.
This guy's fucking Porsche 911's a pair of custom
Yeah,
skis.
with controlled insanity on the bottom, of course.
Yes, of course, of course. So
But
fucked.
it's just because it's fun as fuck. We had
Yeah,
we
it's
went with
great.
friends. We're all like just skiing down and just being free. And I guess that feeling brought, because like I told you, the gym was my only
Mhm.
like fun time of the day. And now I have something else that I just added, which was surprising. So I was like, let me spend the money on that avenue and then just make it a little cooler, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, you're a douche for that. That's,
Wait, because I know you love cars, right? So
I just love one car. Yeah.
yeah, you love that car, so it's like it makes you happy when you're driving it, when you're
Yes.
inside it, and that's your passion. So you should be able to spend your money on that.
Oh,
'Cause it's
I'm
your,
so
yeah,
content with that car. Every
Yeah.
time I get into it, I'm like, I love this thing.
exactly, because it makes you
It's-
happy,
yeah.
right? So that's why I like, if people buy things that make them happy, then
Mhm.
that's great. You know, you don't have to buy something to, I guess, have some sort of image of yourself,
Mhm.
but more just because you want it, and it makes your everyday a little better. Because I'm sure when you get it every day, you're like, fuck, it made my day a little bit better, and that's something that I think you should spend your money on. It's cool.
Dude, I admire how you like aren't hating on people who flex. Cause I'd be hating on people who flex. My boys watching right now, my head, they're like, yeah, this guy hates on everybody who flexes.
Yeah.
I think it's a representation of something I don't like about myself that I want to flex, but whatever. So have you ever been tempted by like either companies reaching out or stuff that give you that flex, and is it just like you just don't care about that shit, or
Yeah, I've been offered pretty good money from like clothing companies. And the reason I don't take any clothing companies is because I have my own, and I don't want, because as me kind of being the leader in a term of
Yes.
like people are gonna see my actions a lot, especially my athletes. I don't want them to think I'm not all in on one thing. So I could have done both. I could have done, because I know there's people who do both. But I just want to be able to say like, look, this is what I believe in. This is my meaning behind it. So I'm just not gonna take a sponsorship from someone that I won't truly believe in, even though the money would have.
that's a lot of money, brother.
Yeah, I told Jacob before. I'm like, dude, we had this conversation many times. So like, this money right here is life changing. For the fucking year, it's really life changing. But quick money isn't always the best money, and I think I think the long term game is something I always explain to people. It's like, you got to value yourself as well, and because if a company can just throw money at you very easily, and there goes your values in certain things, right? So I told him like, I'd rather play the long term game, and if it doesn't work out, we go for something else and we go again. Like I said, I think it all roots in not being able to let failure take you away, right? Failures mean, that's why pushing the failure, like training the failure, all those things kind of combined. It's like, I want to reach a point where it's like, fuck, I just failed at this, but I learned, and we go again. I guess that's just the way I think of sponsorships and stuff as well.
Do you think some people play that short term game and like feel bad about it?
No, I think
I did good then.
I think like actually like, because I know some guys who I guess maybe are not that happy with their sponsor, but if that's what they need to do right now financially, then they got to do it, then fucking do it. You know, like I can say I'm blessed enough to still live with my family here, so I'm not like, there's other people who are not in that situation, like where they need that money now, like they need it at this second. So like, shit, if you have to do it, do it. As long as you, I guess, keep your values and morals still.
Well, I feel like some people out there might like, not everyone fucking is on social media doing this shit, but like they might be in a job or something that they don't like.
Yeah.
Were you, before you started this, you were working pool business, right?
I had a pool business last summer, but even before that, like when I said I might take social media a lot more seriously and do something, it was a 9 to 5. It was just I was selling coins, gold coins, at an office, and I mean, I felt personally miserable.
Yes.
And then one of my friends, we tried to get him the job. One day he came in, and he's like, Kevin, like, what are you fucking doing here? He's like, there's no way I could stay in this office all day long. It was so depressing, and he kind of got me to see it. And then that's when me and one of my other friends created our pool business. We're like, fuck it, we're out of here. Let's do it. We're risking because we don't have much money, but we're going to do it regardless.
Yeah.
And the pool business did okay, but it was just a much more fulfilling experience for me because I was outside doing work.
Yeah, yeah. And it's yours.
Yeah, and it's mine.
So a lot of people will say, like, you guys, well, especially me, they're like, you have no reason to tell me that I can take this risk because, like, maybe you're set up already.
Yeah.
But I think that's why I want to bring you on. You are the best example to teach people how to take that risk because you came from, you know, less like that financially.
Yeah.
And also, you told me yesterday that your whole life when you were younger, you just didn't believe, right? Like you didn't really believe in yourself.
Yeah, not at all.
Okay. So what the hell made you quit this comfortable-ish 9 to 5 and take this risk and have this belief in yourself that it's gonna work eventually?
I think it was just experience for me. It was like, I guess, trials and tribulations, right? You go through things, and each thing teaches you a little something else, which is why I keep wanting to fail, because that one thing is teach me something small. At the moment, it'll be small, but down the line, it won't be small. They all add up together, and I'm a big believer of everything happens for a reason. So every little thing that I do, going to therapy, doing all those little things would help me, I guess, succeed in a sense. And like I told you that one time, like the whole reason we're sitting here right now, why I'm even being, I guess, on a podcast, is because of that one situation where I stopped off the highway, felt anxious, and my anxiety helped me right there. Like literally, something that was destroying me back then is starting to help me with certain things. And that video blew up, and now people saw more of me. And then you just have to keep. I kept working after that. Like I took advantage of the opportunity. I said, all that belief before, like you didn't have any, and then people start to, I guess, feed into it, and you have a little more belief in yourself. It just grows. It's definitely through experience. Experience is the best thing.
But do you really think that's because the people fed in? Like, sure, but or because like you put in enough
Because
work
I kept
into
trying.
yourself?
Yeah, because of course there was days where like no one gave a fuck, or my first video that even did blow up and got me there was all hate. But
yeah, which one was that? Was that the one
The
you
bulk-
recently posted
it
again?
was the bulk one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I did
it
not know
was.
that was you, dude.
I know.
Buddy had hair back then too.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That fucking first video, everyone was like, dude, what the fuck? Like commenting crazy shit.
What were they saying?
Like they're just saying you're way too fat, you're overweight, you have no muscle, all these things. But in my head personally, I knew it wasn't true. So I was like, let me just work with this and keep pushing. And that's when we went on the cut. And I think this last cut for me, which took a long time, really helped me change my mindset a lot. I guess after I got that fucking haircut, this bald haircut.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's a secret. I think
this
that might
bald
ruin my
haircut.
career, dude.
It was
People can't walk.
no, it literally fucking I don't know. It made me feel different in a sense. Just kind of like I'm changing my life around. But we got, and that gym that I took you to yesterday, the dungeon, that isolation kind of gym helped me also realize like you could be alone and doing all these things on your own, but you don't need anyone else in a sense sometimes. And to do the work you have to do. And I would go down there every day and just work like long times. And at times I would sacrifice relationships for that, but I was working on myself, and I felt really fulfilled going down there every day.
What's the goal with the lifting? Do you want to be the IFBB pro?
I want to compete naturally. I want to be a great natural bodybuilder. That step of IFBB, I'm not really sure yet as of now.
Because I never hear you tell me that you
Like,
want
wanna
to
be the
win a
best.
champion or anything. It's just you always say you just want to be a great bodybuilder.
Yeah, because lifting's always going to be there regardless of whatever I do.
Yeah.
So I would love to. I push myself to the extreme on it, regardless if I'm competing or not.
Yeah.
But it's not a huge goal of mine to be Mr. Olympia. It's not. But I want to be the best natural bodybuilder that I can be.
That you can be.
Yeah.
How did you get yourself? Were you always thinking like that? Because when I first started lifting, like I fixated for 3 years of my life. I don't want to say wasted, but it was every single night. I need to win the world championships. I need to.
Yeah.
And it was every single night I thought to myself, like, I need to win this world championship. I got to do everything I can to win the powerlifting world championships. And then the world shut down and I didn't have it. And I think I just lost all that identity. And I kind of wish I had that mentality earlier if I just want to be the best I can be. So was there a shift that made you think more of best you can be?
Yeah,
versus show
I
everybody?
I think but when I started, I always wanted to be the best competitor I could be.
Mm.
Um, and as I just went along, I started to realize like if I wanted to take it to that, Mr. Olympia where the best compete, I'd have to go a different route, and it just wasn't there for me mentally, of course.
Mm.
That risk of taking, obviously PEDs to become the best.
Oh, don't worry. You can say steroids on this
Okay,
podcast.
cool.
You can say
Steroids.
steroids.
Yeah, I just didn't have that in me to do it. It just
Yeah.
maybe anxiety, maybe something, or maybe I'm missing out on something. But it's the path that I want to go. Just keep it naturally, and compete the best I could.
Cool. This guy's too humble. He can't crack. I can't break him, guys. It's tough.
Yeah.
No, man, I admire that a lot. And well, this is where I run out of questions. I don't know. We'll just go. Tell me, Kevin. Like sometimes this happens. I just like I don't even know what to say.
No, of course, yeah.
It's sweet. Okay. You said you can bodybuild. Like it's gonna be there forever.
Yes.
What happens if it's not? What happens if you come to some, God forbid, crippling body injury that you can't lift anymore? When you peel back all that, what are you proud of Kevin Diaz about? Scary question.
That's why, like, I tell everyone in most of my YouTube videos, I think I'll say it one time at least. I'll be like, look, don't look up to me for my body because there's thousands of people out there who fucking do it better and look better. I think the one thing I just want people to get from me is kind of the power of your mind and what you can do with it. And for me, it's just been bodybuilding, but it doesn't even have to be bodybuilding. People have other passions in their life that they want to go through. But regardless, your mind is always going to be there. So I think that's why I always say your mind is the most powerful thing. Because then no matter what you do, you're going to need it. And that's why I don't want people to look up to me for, hey, Kevin Diaz as, great bodybuilder. I just want them to look up to me as, hey, Kevin Diaz taught me how to control things in my life with my mind. Yeah.
And you said, I'm just assuming, but like that's a scary side to show, right?
Yeah.
That personal side without the achievement, because you didn't start blowing up on the internet until you did the big cut, or
until I started posting those, I guess,
very
more intense lifting workouts. Yeah.
Yeah. So, how what do you think it would say to you? I was talking to you about this yesterday. What do you think it would say to you if you didn't have to post that stuff anymore, and people gave the same amount of love, validation, attention, and like care about just talking like this?
Yeah.
Or just like whatever you want, like shooting the shit with your boys.
Yeah.
The same as that lifting stuff.
I've posted things on my story before saying like, you'll kind of find the real reason soon, or you'll find out the why soon. And that's kind of what I want to do also with lifting videos, is just put those out as well. Like the talking ones, I kind of did one, as you know, the one I put away. But that's kind of the start of me being able to talk more and give them what I really want them to see.
Yes.
Now that I have them there.
Because you posted that, and what I found so interesting was you archived it or moved it just to Reels right away. And I've done that a billion times, man. I post something and I go, oh my God, fuck, this sucks. Or like, I'm so embarrassed. Or like, right? Like when you don't get the I guess the feeling you really wish, the top 1% feeling. Yeah. It's very scary to post your authentic.
It is.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll ever get to a point that you can start doing that on the main channel?
I think so, yeah.
Cool.
I think just keep working with it. No matter the feedback, just keep pushing it. I think I'll eventually won't care.
But there was no bad feedback on it.
No.
Right?
Yeah, it was more of a personal, internal.
Yeah. Okay, if you what is your dream thing to post if nobody was watching? Nobody's watching. It's just you are the only one watching. Like you post it and it's just like for some kid out there. Like, what's your dream thing to blow up?
I guess I honestly the first thing would actually be like heavy lifting shit. I just fucking love heavy lifting because that's what I do every day.
Yeah.
There would be just men's talk, like a talk.
Yeah. Okay.
Not even like with no music in the background, just me talking.
Like no cuts.
Nothing. Yeah.
How long is this? Like, doesn't matter.
A minute.
1 hour.
I'll do like a minute, like for someone every day. Like like good. This is your morning message or something. Like,
okay. Yeah. I'm closing my eyes, envisioning it.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then I'd say like a gaming video maybe.
Sweet.
Yeah, I do like.
Sweet.
I used to want to be a fucking like gaming YouTuber, so that's something.
Well, you play Valorant, right?
Yeah, I play Valorant.
What else?
I play Call of Duty. I play Shell Shock. I play I used to play League of Legends.
Oh, jeez, I gotta go.
I played so many games, and like the scary ones are the best ones. Like Outlast, I played
Oh,
Outlast.
you're a psychopath. You are a psychopath.
Yeah, I have walkthroughs on my channels.
Have you connected with Max Taylor before?
I've talked to him before. Yeah, I love what he does.
Oh, dude, I think you guys could connect on something about that, man.
Yeah.
Like, that'd be hilarious.
It'd be funny. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so like, is this dream content? Is this filmed on the phone? Is it somebody filming you? Like, close your eyes, imagine if
Well,
nobody was to watch, what's the art that you would put out into the world?
It'd
Maybe
be
gay porn.
it'd be personal. It'd be just me holding it.
Okay.
That's when I could feel more personable with people.
Mhm.
Is when I'm doing it. Which is why I like to take a lot of my tasks, kind of in myself.
Yes.
Because it just feels like I'm the one doing the whole entire thing.
And are you talking to like one kid out there, talking to a group, talking to yourself? What is
I think the target audience would be just people who haven't learned how to deal with it yet, and that's usually the younger group. It's because that's the person I needed when I was younger. Didn't really have it, and now I want to be that person.
So you're
for
talking
someone
to like younger Kevin Diaz?
Yeah,
Cool.
like a middle school to high school kid who just realized what they have, and they're like, "Fuck."
Yeah.
I don't want to talk to my parents about it. They might think something's wrong with me. I don't want to talk to my friends about it for sure. They're gonna say some shit. They'll bring it up in every conversation or argument you have. It just happened, and you need someone who's there for you, and you don't even know it. You don't even know it. They're talking to someone indirectly, but it's you they're talking to, which is cool.
Okay, would you be down right now to do a little? One of the coolest things I learned in therapy. It'll take like a minute, 2 minutes. Is that so? My favorite. Okay, so what I think the goal of all therapy is for you to heal like the relationship with your younger self, because I think a lot of the issues that you have in life are the things that really hurt you.
Yeah.
The traumas come from getting your needs not met
Yeah.
as a child, either by people or yourself.
Correct.
And I think the way that you heal that is being able to meet your own needs, which is fucking tough.
Yeah.
It's really tough. If you were abandoned, if you were hurt as a kid, it's really tough to hold yourself and be like, I'm okay. So what would you, if you like close your eyes, what would you say to Kevin, to younger Kevin?
Okay. I'll do that now.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's tough.
I actually kind of done this myself before. And I'll do this still to this day. Like younger Kevin, as in like a month ago Kevin. But I always say like, no matter what kind of feeling you're going through, you're gonna be okay. That 1 to 2 lines right there is just something that I've always said back to myself, because it's always been a worry of if I'm gonna be okay in the future, which is where the anxiety stems from. Is where will I be down the line? Will I be someone who doesn't finish something like I used to? Or will I be someone who actually commits to one thing and gives it like my all? So the one thing I tell myself to younger Kevin is, look, shit, everything's gonna be okay. You're gonna learn a lot of shit. Don't be scared to fail. Don't be scared to fail. That's the biggest one. And just fucking, you can relax a little bit. You know, you can take pride in what you do sometimes, and you could, you know, I guess be grateful for everything you have around you. And then you'll start to feel a lot better. Yeah.
And what is something you want younger Kevin to stop saying to himself?
There's a lot of things, but I guess
just one that you're like, it's okay. It's not that. That's not true.
That you're not gonna amount to anything. Okay. That one thing, I guess, because that self-doubt was always there. Yeah.
Do you mind if I ask where you think the self-doubt comes from?
I just think it was from me not finishing things when I was younger. Like I literally would start something and not finish it. So that's why what I'm doing now with lifting is something I'm trying to finish in a sense. And what finishing means, I guess, is being able to impact other people and in a positive way. That's about it.
Beauty. And yesterday when we had a similar conversation about not feeling things, like where were we eating? Where do we go to eat?
Tropical smoothie.
We were in tropical smoothie.
Yeah.
We had like 6 bacon ranch paninis.
Yeah.
With 3 over 5 peanut butter milkshakes that were probably like 1,000 calories. Yeah, okay. Fuck my life. I have to track that shit later.
Yeah.
But you guys were checking like the sellout of the drop yesterday, and it brought you to tears inside the tropical smoothie.
Yeah.
First, how are you able to like be so comfortable with being so like with like letting your emotions out?
I guess because they kind of just happen sometimes. I can't really
Mm.
control them. But it wasn't. It was the checking of it, and then the kind of like remembering of, just I guess the shit we've had to do for
Yeah.
to get to I guess to that day, and it just all came back at one shot, and then um, yeah, it just came.
Yeah, it was like, dude, that was like a movie moment. It was like the happy tears when the main character finally comes over the adversity. It was so
Yeah,
sweet.
yeah.
There was something I'm trying to remember, but you said something that just like really like I don't know, made me almost fucking tear up. I was trying to this guy's trying to get me another demo thumbnail. Fuck my life. But you said that when you were younger, um, like your like like the people around you,
Hmm.
parents, friends, wouldn't believe you would finally commit to things or finally do it.
Yeah.
Was that even when you were like in your younger ages? Was it like that too? Like very very young, like
Yeah.
6, 5? Yeah.
Yeah. It was just like, you can't do something correctly.
Okay.
I guess I'd be more the clumsy guy, like always dropping my water at the dinner table. That's something that I would do.
Yeah.
That's why I always said to you, it always felt like I'd have some kind of bad luck on me, or
Mm.
that I wouldn't be the one that, will ever have a chance like this in my life. And I would always just repeat it to myself, like, shit, you can't do this. And it just demotivate me in certain things that I do throughout the day. So I guess the reason I keep that right now that I can keep fighting no matter what happens is probably because of that experiences, which is why I think all the shit that's happened to me before, because you have to go through shit to come out the other end like a lot better, a
Mm.
lot stronger. And
Did you ever have a lot of hatred when you were going through shit?
towards myself, absolutely, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you still feel like you carry some of that now, or is it let go quite a bit?
Yeah, sometimes when I feel like I'm not like I'm just slacking off or I'm not doing something I should be doing, I'm like,
Yes.
dude, you're in a situation right now that, I think a good amount of people wanted to be in, and what you wanted to be in when you were younger. So why are you kind of letting it
Mm.
go or letting it slip away? And I'll get into those thoughts um, like I just lose it all tomorrow, right? So I just that's those kind of self-hatred moments, like, dude, you gotta
Yes.
you gotta wake up and go harder.
What is your ideal, if nobody was watching, what's your ideal like amount of time you're working? Because I can tell when you guys make this clothing, it's tiring as hell. Like you guys are still, this is a very successful clothing brand, and you guys are still packaging the orders. You guys are getting it shipped. It's like boxes right in front of me right there,
Mm.
and you two are still putting the labels on, dealing with everything, doing stuff like you could hire other people for. What is your ideal place to get to
Um,
if you were able to mentally get there?
I think even if we did hire someone like, hey, to pack something or to do like ads and stuff,
Mm.
I always just I want to be doing something. Like I told you, I need to distract my mind a lot. So I think doing stuff that's harder or challenging on you helps me distract my mind and helps me think of other things. So I'd always want to be doing something, and not just fun things. Because
Mm-hmm.
if I could hire other people and just go have fun, I'd still probably not get that feeling that I'm doing something. I want to get that feeling where I'm going through something pretty hard and I come out the other end. I don't know. I guess I crave that kind of feeling sometimes.
Do you think that feeling can be destructive?
It could be,
Okay.
and I just know there's a lot for me left to learn,
Mm.
and you're gonna have to go through like some of this strenuous stuff to learn it. I know we're gonna have a shit ton of problems with this
Mm.
clothing. Like it's just the way it is. That's how life is. But we're happy to learn together and just keep pushing through. So.
Mm. And what would you say is like the hardest thing to deal with right now? And maybe that hardest thing isn't even about the clothing.
Hmm.
It's to take time away because you said that skiing trip. Like, brother, you guys work 15 hours a day, 18 sometimes, 20 sometimes. That's pretty fucked up. And you can't give yourself 3 days to go ski.
I think it was because I guess I had stuff coming up,
Yes.
and I felt like shit. I gotta focus all on this, and then maybe I'll enjoy after.
Mm.
So the trip kind of came before this whole week drop and things, but then I told myself like these little things I'm doing here and there. Like we went to go help our friend move in this weekend, and we were like, oh, is this gonna be something that we could be staying home right now and working? And we just kind of realized that that trip for us was very beneficial in terms of just being a good person to someone who's our fucking athlete on our team, like just our friend in general. And we're like, this is fulfilling to us, being able to help someone who's like part of our team. And that's why I keep the group very small. We only have 4 like official guys who are sponsored on the team. And I kind of told you I don't want to grow it to the way where I won't be able to speak to every person on my team and handle that. So I'll never have someone who handles my guys. It's just always going to be me.
Cool.
Yeah.
And you guys are always, what was I going to say? Oh, we're losing it again. I'm not media trained like you, Kevin. I don't know how to speak so articulately. You're really good at this. God damn, bro. Like you are.
Well, that's the thing. That's
Jeez,
why I chose, I guess, because I've been invited to podcasts where I kind of chose where to be speaking in front of, because I could speak with you, and that's why I'm glad we kind of met yesterday first to understand each other. And I know, there's no judgment here, so it's very easy for me to talk about these things.
Thanks. Yeah. I think you secretly picked it because I'm gonna like say some really stupid shit. It's gonna make you look smart. Fuck. I don't know, man. It's dope. Whenever like yesterday we talked for like 12 hours straight with all the boys. It was ridiculous. It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So you guys like give yourselves so much to people. You guys give so much. It's always like who the fuck's doing that? Who's manually moving in one of their athletes?
Yeah.
What do you guys? You too, Jacob. Get on here. Come on here, please.
Yeah.
Come sit next to Poppy. Sit on your lap. No, don't sit on my lap, bro. You're gonna kill me. You big ass motherfucker. What do you guys do for yourselves? Kevin first.
Do for myself as in
besides working out.
I guess I don't know. I really don't know. That's like my entire life.
I'm bringing Jacob in.
Come a little closer, Jake.
I know. Don't worry. I won't kiss too much.
For myself personally, I guess just hanging out with friends is what I do for myself.
Okay.
Because that's what I enjoy and like I have fun doing. Or I'll play video games. Like I'll give myself like 2 hours to just fucking be alone and fucking have fun with friends. And you know what? Everyone should, I guess, want to be doing, like just enjoying their life a little bit. So I guess just enjoying something without worrying about what work I have to do still is what I'm giving myself.
Okay. So it's not constant 20 hours a day hell.
No. Yeah.
You, Jacob?
Yeah, when it comes to me and Kevin working, like we always have a good time. Like
it doesn't
crack
feel like
jokes. It
like
never really feels like work.
Yeah.
But outside of work, we just like helping people. Like it comes naturally to us. It gives us joy. It gives us purpose. And at the end of the day, like it's what drives us and motivates us. To be there for our friends, our family, and our loved ones.
So you guys. Oh wait, can you introduce him real quick?
Yeah.
Who's Jacob?
Jacob he's my lifelong friend. We've known each other for about 8, maybe even longer years. He was my first official lifting partner, and I guess I kind of learned this trait a lot from him as well. Him and someone else, but that trait because you could tell there's like moments where like, dude, why the fuck is he even doing that for someone? I'd question it too, and to the point where I'm like what is driving him to do this?
That's fucking Tanner, man.
For nothing.
Piss me off. It's too nice.
Yeah, it's like, dude, like you're getting taken advantage of right here, and it's like right.
That's you, Tanner.
It's like right in front of your face, like with certain people that he's dealt with in his life, and he'll let it slide, and he'll just keep moving, and that's why I think stuff that happens to him and I guess us is sometimes. It's just a way of repayment of the things that we've been taking advantage from before. And
it's the same person.
Yeah,
these two are the same fucking people. They both.
Tanner's a good guy too. Yeah.
Oh my god.
But I don't know.
Okay, just kiss if you want.
Yeah.
That's just who I am. Like even when it comes to women, like I'm a lover boy.
I'll fucking help me. Yeah, sorry, keep going, brother.
But like it's just like it's part of who I am. Like I love people. I find everybody so interesting.
Yeah.
And I see it as a gift. Like it's a God-given gift that I have and the heart I have. So I just love meeting new people, connecting with people, and just doing anything and everything that I can to help people. And when it comes to Kevin, like I'll do whatever he needs. Like not just Kevin. Kevin has a special place in my heart. That's like my brother. But even with other people, like I just met you guys. Like there's not like if you guys needed anything, like that's what drives me. It's what gives me purpose. It fuels me.
Yeah.
And so everybody has.
Tanner are gonna be an unstoppable force again. I'm so scared.
So it's
crazy.
like,
I'm so scared.
yeah, whatever you need, just let me know.
Yo, okay, before I kick you off.
Yeah.
That got me kicked off. Okay.
That's so funny. You cannot clip that one. That's brutal. Jeez, man. Oh, yeah, no, I forgot again. You guys ruined it. Thanks. I'm too ADHD. It's gone. It'll get back to me. Something about Jacob, something about Kevin, their OnlyFans content, something weird. Oh, yeah. No, sorry, this is the Jacob show now.
No, I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Bye, Kevin. No, you said, like, you were in a relationship and it didn't end well, right?
Oh yeah, I was in a relationship, a very serious relationship for 4 years.
It's a lot of goddamn years.
Yeah, you know, me and Kevin, we really give ourselves 100% plus more, as much as we can to somebody else. And so you really feel betrayed when something that you weren't expecting happens. And so that's why when you make those jokes about...
I don't make any jokes. I'm bleeping that one. Bleeping that one. Sharik, you're bleeping this part. The name's gone. Oh God. Oh God. Yeah, no, I make a fuck ton of jokes. It's to cope. What?
I meant to say that when you talk openly about your previous relationship and what it did for you, like, I respect that a lot.
Thanks. And I was gonna say I respect that you. It seems like you're very secure in that side of you. That you're like, oh, I'm a lover boy. I give myself, but I'm happy about that. Because I think so many dudes go through a breakup and they're. By so many dudes, I just mean me 2 years ago. Fuck. It's like, fuck that bitch. No, that really means fuck me. I'm a loser. I hate myself. I shouldn't have been nice. Weak, nice men get played. How do you, did you think that in the beginning? Or, how do you get out of that shit?
Yeah, you know, I asked a lot of, men who I know, my friends, and they would give me pretty much consistent advice. Like, dude, just go out there, have fun. You're young, you're good looking. Just go out there and have fun. I was like, what's having fun? Sleeping around, just giving myself up to other people. I don't know how deep you want to talk right now.
Oh, we gonna talk deep. This is not the Kevin show anymore.
Deep.
What?
But I found it as bad advice, to be honest with you. And I did not go down that route. I more so took it as time to learn from myself and to really connect with myself. Because I feel like in today's age, we're constantly taken outside of ourselves and we're being driven by external factors. And we talked about this before, but it really comes from within. And so I took it as an opportunity for me, being somebody who's constantly trying to please other people. Not like that, but be there for other people. It was an opportunity and space for myself to be there for me, to learn more about myself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that make any sense.
No, I get you. Did you kind of resent the part of you that was so nice?
Yeah.
In the beginning?
I definitely did, yeah.
And then how are you able to speak about it so proudly now? Because I really want to get to that point where I can truly be like, I'm proud to be a simp.
Because the way I see it is it's a gift that I have. Not everybody can be so open and loving and caring to other people. And I take that as that's what makes me unique. That's why God put me on this earth. And it gives me purpose. And that's the way I see it. So it's not about being somebody who I'm not, because, I'm going to say the cliche, everybody else is taken.
Yeah.
So be yourself.
That's not cliche. That was dope. I've never heard that one. What the fuck? Is that a New York thing? That was great. Wow. That's a quote. That is a quote. I'm stealing that and using that in the video. Thank you for giving me content.
But yeah, so I'm just love serving other people. And that's who I am.
And you're proud of it.
And I'm proud of it.
And it brings you purpose and you're happy.
It brings me joy, happiness.
God damn. Fuck. These guys piss me off how nice they are. No, but seriously, thank you so much, bro.
No,
I appreciate it. I think that's going to help. That's just going to help younger Damo. Thank you, dude.
No, of course. Thanks for having me.
Now get out, Jacob. I'm just kidding. I'll bring you back maybe later. Probably not. That was great. Wow. So that's the man.
Yeah, that's Jacob. So now when we say Jacob, that's
Jacob.
we're talking about.
Tanner's not allowed on. He's not.
Damn
it.
It would have just been the same conversation.
I know. If we brought Tanner, they would have said the same shit, bro.
Sitting on opposite sides in the exact.
We should just give you guys a podcast together.
Dude.
Oh, no.
It was two guys that sound identical.
They're nice.
Nice. Disgusting. Great. What do you want to get out of this life, Kevin? What do you want?
Out of this life, I just want to be able to feel happy, I guess, and feel fulfilled in myself. And once that's fully, there, then I think that's what I need out of life. Whether that comes from, being comfortable financially, or that comes from having good relationships with people. I guess a good mixture and balance of all that is something that I want out of this life, and just being able to say like, shit, I did something for some other people. It's always something great to have.
Did you always have this very like nuanced, balanced mindset?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
When I was younger, it was all about myself, and I think that's why when I went through those really bad times, I was like, if I even said this one time to myself, I'm like, I'm religious. I just don't really speak about it much, but all night I'll pray a lot. And when I was going through those tougher times, I just say to myself, I'm like, look, if you get me out of this right now, like I promise that I will help other people with this. And I like to stick to what I say, and that's something that I want to keep in with me forever. Whether it's anxiety or whether it's some other aspect in life, something.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I guess I just been like humbled a lot when I was younger, and
okay.
it kind of took all the wanting to be better than everyone else out of me, just because I know what it feels like. That's why I won't judge, because I know what it feels like to feel like where everyone's against you, or just not the person you want to be. So like, why judge someone else when you have zero idea of what they're doing that thing for? Right?
Wow. But especially in this world, I think that's so tough. Maybe it's just me and I really need to get help. But on social, right? That's our jobs. It's the most negative space in the world. It's like that's what wins. Negativity, heightened emotions, hatred, degeneracy. Like that's the stuff that people may not admit they want to see, but they want to see that. Like there's so many tests that I feel like go on to you guys to stay away from this. And what you said about like long-term gain, what is that? What do you define as that for yourself, that long-term win?
Something where I don't lose my value or my morals. 'Cause I think a long-term gain is you're missing out on certain things that'll tempt you for like a short-term pleasure. But when you do long-term, you're gonna be fulfilled, but also you didn't have to sacrifice your values for it. So that's something that I think long-term gain is.
And you have very strong morals and values. Where did that get instilled from?
I guess my dad. He's like that's why I said I learned from Jacob, but the other person was my dad. I see a lot of like literally Jacob and my dad. They're like this, like in terms of the person. My dad is fucking. He has no money still.
Oh, fuck, Tanner's the same as my dad.
Shit,
jeez.
that's crazy. That's
How it works.
yeah.
Fuck.
I guess that's why. I don't know. I guess that's why you kind of see the relationships you build is based on your life, your childhood. My dad has always been the dude with no money, like nothing. Like he still has no money.
Same.
And he'll just be at the tire shop working at like hours. Okay. But he'll still. I'll sometimes like when I was younger, I'd be like, Dad, why are you doing this? You have like no money. Why are you buying your entire like job site like coffees and stuff? Like every morning, it would just be religious and like dude, like I don't know. He's like. If you think I'm like too nice and stuff, he's like 10 times more than me, and I think that's where I got it from. Like no matter, he'll be in like the shittiest position and he'll fucking help someone out, and that's where I learned that from. He's been a fucking hard. He's one of the hardest workers I know in this world, and he doesn't see any financial gain from it or anything. He just I guess he seeks the happiness from other people from it, which is what I get it from for sure.
And what do you think separates you from your dad the most? Because you guys are both super hardworking, I gather. Super nice.
I think my dad is very scared to take the risk.
Jesus.
Do we have the same dad? Or
Do we all? Do we all have the same dad? The fuck?
Yeah, like I tell him some things sometimes to do this to help him out, and he just doesn't want to take the risk. And I think that's what really separates us two. But everything else is very aligned. It's literally just taking that risk. And I'll say this a lot online. I said it in my last post. I said, we all have this in us. I just got seen on the internet doing it, but I'm pretty sure every single person internally has the traits there. It just takes something to get it out of them, and I got lucky enough to be seen. So I don't like when people treat me like, you know, someone else or someone more important when we all have it internally. It's there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
luck. I'm kind of about luck because I believe.
Yeah, of course,
You know,
of
it's
course.
such a hard topic, but I really believe like you put in so much ground foundation that people don't see the past 6 years. They only see this year.
Yeah.
You know, and that's a lot of building and building and building and building.
Correct.
Are you close with your dad still?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Okay.
Like he lives a little further out, like 20, 30 minutes, but
Yeah.
we'll make time to see him. And I don't know, I told everyone like he's the first person I'll ever take care of.
Wow.
When I see like those nights where I was going to the underground gym, like 3 to 4 times back and forth, I'd be like, this is what I'm doing it for. Like he's gone through so much shit, and I'm complaining about having to go back to the gym a couple of times. There's no fucking way. And when I see like a hate comment that sticks out to me, I'm like, my dad's been through some crazy shit, and I'm here complaining about a hate comment on a video. There's no way, and I'll just push it. Like I don't care what. You could have the most influential person say something about me or judge me or put a video out on me. It won't affect me at all because it's such a like the scale size in comparison is so small, so small.
Yeah. It's like I don't even want to admit it, but it makes me realize like I really have to work on my relationship with my dad like really badly because I noticed like you and Tanner and maybe you too, Jacob, but it seems like even if you understand your fathers are humans and they're fallible,
Yeah.
like I just maybe it's over the past couple of years, but I just grew so much resentment toward him for not being the dad I wish he was.
Yeah.
Like with that risk stuff and you know the self-worth to himself and self-respect. But it's like it just doesn't feel good, you know.
Yeah.
When I like think about like how I view him, I'm like that's not good, and I'd want to get to a place where I can like because when I was a kid I was like I want to provide for him,
Yeah.
right, and I grew so much bitterness that now it's like even though I could provide for him I go like I don't want to so I don't know how I'm gonna get there, but thanks to like that's I think hearing it from you versus hearing it maybe from other people, sorry Tanner, it's kind of like it's really opening my eyes up that
I completely understand that because that's my relationship with my mom. It's just switched.
Okay.
We haven't had the best relationship, and it's because of that reason. It's like she didn't understand a lot of the things that I would do, but at the end of the day I knew she always had her best intentions out for me, and like she got me into therapy. Like someone who cares about you would do that, right? And I know what you mean on the kind of the resentment part or like the bitterness part. 'Cause sometimes it's hard for me to even like show emotion to her, like give her a hug. When we have a hug, it's like a monumental thing because it's like that shit never happens. And that's why when yesterday she was crying, that she got me, I was like, fuck. Like she's seeing something out of me, and it felt different.
Yeah, man.
That's that exact feeling.
That's great. So you're like, yeah, fuck, jeez. Your parents, they're not. When did they split up? My parents split up too. So
they split up. It was a long time ago. It was like 10 years, maybe even more. Yeah, 10, 11 years. And they were split up while we were still living together. So yeah.
Like, what did that say to you?
It honestly, it didn't. I don't think it affected me as much. Because I knew them both. I know their values both as a person. So I knew like shit doesn't work out sometimes. So, but I knew they were still great human beings, and it didn't matter to me. Yeah.
And like go into as much detail as you want. Why do you think you say that you and your mom don't have the best relationship?
Just because I think I live with her, and like, it's literally like the more you're with someone, the more problems you'll see, right?
Yes.
That's why I think her and my older sister, have a great relationship because my older sister moved out a couple years ago for the same exact reason because they didn't get along together, and then I guess the less you see someone, the less problems you have. So I guess every day would just be an argument, like every single day, and it would add to like fire to the anxiety, just fuel. It'd fuel it, and it just at some point I kind of got numb to it, where it didn't even matter to me. I just walk in, we wouldn't speak, and it happened for a long time. So I guess that's why I felt very alone in the shit that I do. Like even when I'd come home, I'm not speaking to anyone. It's just me. So the gym was like my thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'd go there, I'd do my thing, and I like seeing people who have good relationships with their family. I'm like, shit,
Yeah.
that's good. Like, fucking, I'm happy for you because it's not easy to be so open with them for me. But I'm getting better, and I think I'm getting better at it. So it's something I'm working on. Yeah.
That's the toughest one to work on, right?
Yeah, it is.
Relationship with a close family. 'Cause sometimes they piss you off, man.
Yeah.
God damn. I don't want to keep waking up at 6 a.m. every morning, Mom, to pay your parking meter.
Yeah. There's exactly. It's like the people closest to you. You're too exposed to them, so it's like you'll see every side of them. So.
And it's like they kind of reflect a lot about you, right? Mm-hmm. Like, damn, I don't want to have that trait. I don't want to have that trait, or can I live up to that trait?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Right? So what are some traits in your mom and your dad that you like your favorite? So I think I know what the one in your dad is, but what do you think your mom passed down that?
My mom, a trait for my mom, I think she's the same as my dad. They were both like really hard workers. They're just hustlers. Like whatever they had to do, they did it for us. Me and my other sister. You know, even if sometimes it may not seem like it, but you know, at heart, you know what their true meaning was. It's there, even though I don't like to admit it sometimes when we get into arguments.
Yeah.
But it's there.
What do you usually argue about?
Oh, we'll argue about like, bro. Sometimes I'll be like, she complains about me. She says I won't do anything with my life, and we'll get deep into it, and she'll even bring my anxiety into it sometimes, and it's like some crazy argument, and then I'd be like, so why would you even like, you know, have me in a sense? But then at the end of the day, I kind of realize like, as much as the shit we say back and forth, like at heart, the intention's there, and that's what I look at. Yeah. So it's just the forgiveness part I have to work on with her.
And did you hear stuff like that when you were very young too, or was it just when you got older?
No, yeah, it was, and that's why I'm saying our relationship with her hasn't been the best because it was only from her. That's my dad never would really say that to me. Okay. He like no matter if I failed at so much shit, he would still be like, keep working.
Do you think when you heard that as a kid, you kind of had the perception that maybe every other kid was hearing that too?
No, that's the thing. That's why I want to expose these things out to people because we'll all relate. I'm telling you, we all relate as like so much to each other. Oh yeah. And we don't even know it, which is why I say that I don't like to be seen as someone better than anyone else because we all went through this shit before. So it's like, you know. Damn. Yeah.
It must be tough to take the steps to heal that relationship. It's the deepest wound, right?
In general, I'm not a like affection shower to like people, so it's hard as it is already, and then now it's with your mom who you've been arguing with for years, so it's like a double step we gotta take.
Well, but, what do you wish you could build it to in realistic terms?
I think the best thing is separation for like a little bit, like being able to move out on my own and then improve it like that, like visits and stuff. Because maybe that is why me and my dad have a super good relationship because we haven't lived together the entire time, so he doesn't see the flaws in me and I don't see the flaws in him. So when we do see each other, it's a great time, which is why I think my mom and my sister have a really good relationship because they're only there to see the good parts of people, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wow. I've never even thought about that.
Yeah. Because it's like, imagine like you have a girlfriend, right? And you're seeing her every single day. You're bound to argue. You're bound to get into problems. But if you, that's what me and Jacob spoke about before. If you like give it time between days that you see them, you'll miss them more. And you'll only want to look for the good parts in them, right?
So like moving in together do you think that'd be really tough for you with your partner?
I don't think so. I think if you've been with someone for such a long time already, you'll know the kind of person they are. I know moving in together it's definitely a bigger step because you'll see someone like the way their cleanliness and certain things. But I think at heart, if you know them,
listening to Dorian Yates in the car.
Yeah, like really every single thing you do, right, is gonna be seen.
Has she seen that?
Oh, of course.
Oh God.
Of course.
So, well, she must really love you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I am terrified. I saw this guy from the backseat, just hearing, one more.
I know. That's when I was talking about the people in the car on the way to the gym. Like when I'd have a girl in the car with me, it'd just be like. They'd be like, "What the fuck are you listening to?" But I was so locked in to the point where I didn't care. I was just
That's
like,
sick. This That's is my so shit. Sick.
Yeah.
The girls just want to listen to all this shit music.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Or we listen to Drake before the gym. Come on, no. I want to listen to Tom Platz telling me I'm a pussy.
Yeah, and I literally told her, I was like, we can't work out anymore because I'm gonna be doing this shit every single time,
Yeah.
and it would cause arguments between whatever. And that's why I go to the gym alone. I don't gotta worry about pleasing anyone else. It's just
Yes.
fucking.
But that's a
there to
good
work.
boundary to set.
Yeah.
And as a reforming people pleaser, hopefully,
Mm-hmm.
it must have been tough to start setting those boundaries in life, eh?
With the gym, honestly, it wasn't as hard because I was so passionate about it. I'm like, you're not fucking this up.
Yeah.
Because say I don't have you, say I don't have anyone else in my life,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be here. It ain't leaving me.
And then what's one of the tough boundaries that you're trying to set right now?
Right now is just to not be over used in a sense,
Okay.
just to hold some boundaries in terms of the way people treat me and
Do you feel really used right now in life?
not really, honestly. There's certain situations where I have to make a decision that's better for me and not as good for them, but I just can't make those. I still can't. That's hard. It's I'm really working on that because it's like I just don't want them. It's literally what their perception of me, I guess, is more important than how I even feel about myself. And
Are we talking about fans more or
no, just business
people?
business as well. Yeah.
Yes, I see.
It's like, dude, I can be doing this for myself and it'd be such a better outcome for me, and it wouldn't even affect them much, but that little bit more that it helps them more, it's like I go for that always. So I am working on allowing stuff for myself as well, but
it's tough.
Yeah, it is. That's hard.
I hired a ginger guy named Tanner. They have no soul, and they really like negotiating for a cheaper price on products.
No, literally, sometimes I'll tell Jacob, I'm like, Jacob, can you say this shit for me?
Oh yeah.
I'm like, I literally cannot say this shit.
Yeah, but Jacob's too sweet too.
I know, that's our problem.
What? Each shirt's gonna cost that?
Okay, we'll pay another $1 actually.
Fine, we'll pay 20.
Yeah, literally, we'll have those comments like, fuck, we'll do rock, paper, scissors. Who's taking... yeah. We're like, who's taking that combo? Because it ain't me. Shit, so...
Guys, if you're buying controlled intensity, just know that these guys are fighting for their lives to make a profit off of it.
Yeah.
Because Jacob and Kevin can't get a cheaper deal.
Yeah.
If there's any manufacturer out there that wants to reach out and give them the killerest deal, hit him in his DM box.
For real. But yeah.
Cool, man.
That's with everyone, with our manufacturer, with our friends. Well, we're working on it. It's definitely a work in progress. We definitely seen progress on it since we started, so
Sweet.
Yeah.
Good work, boys.
Yeah.
Good work. How much more fun do you think you guys can add into the life, like the ski trips? I just want to see you guys more on more ski trips.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna try to fit in more ski trips soon. Like even if it's just going for the day and then coming home right after, I'm fine with that. That's what I was telling him. I think, I don't know, soon I'm going to be a lot more busier with what I'm doing, but I'll still find a little bit of time in there to enjoy stuff. And yeah.
Cool. Okay. I got one final question for you.
Yeah.
Okay. And you actually don't even have to answer it because I'm going to give you a very similar question when we go do our challenge later.
Okay.
Let me try to phrase it so we don't give it away. Without answering what it is, do you think you know what you're like trying to run away from by packing your life with so much work, so much thinking, so much activity? Do you know what that thought is that you're trying to run away from?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
Cool.
You want to tell you now or later?
You can say whatever you feel comfortable with.
Oh, well, yeah. It's literally just my anxiety. That's why I preach it so much. It's that one feeling that I don't want to have again. And that's why I packed my life with so much stuff or activities. It's to escape that.
What I've gathered, it's social anxiety is huge.
Oh yeah,
right? The social anxiety is huge. Yeah. Plus, it's also how do you think you can actually get to a point where you can confront that? What environment? What does it look like to you?
To be honest with you, like say if I'm going out with friends,
yes,
I'd have to be like super drunk. Like literally, I gotta be super drunk to to speak, right? Because I'm not good in those social environments. I always think someone's thinking something about me or the way they're perceiving me. That's the biggest one. The way other people's perceive you.
Okay.
So what it would take for me to get more comfortable in that is, I guess,
within your boundaries. So doesn't make you pass out. Please don't pass out today.
No, yeah, I think it's just being honestly at heart. I think it's being more confident with yourself. I think the more confidence you have in the person you are, it doesn't matter what other people could be thinking about you.
Yep.
Because usually they're not even thinking about you, right? Because they probably have the same thought. But even if you're confident in yourself and someone did think the worst of you, it wouldn't matter.
Okay. And what's like within your comfort zone, what is one of the hardest things you can do right now to confront that? For me, a couple weeks ago was spending a whole day alone, no phone. I'm way too addicted.
Yeah.
But yeah, for you.
For me, I think it would be no having taken my outlet away from me, which is the gym or my passion, right?
Because you said you can be alone, but when you're alone, it's usually doing some shit.
Yeah, it's with my outlet, which is lifting.
Okay.
Correct.
And then, do you think you could be alone, like in a silent room by yourself? Because originally we were gonna rent a what are those fucking things called? An anechoic chamber, which is a soundless room.
Oh god.
It's crazy. We were gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you can do something like that?
It would depend on the time frame. I think I could sit there and just literally work on my mind in there. I think I could do that.
How long do you think you could be in there for?
I could probably be in there for like 20 minutes, 10 to 15 maybe.
Okay.
But longer than that, I'd probably start going crazy. Shit.
Okay. Now, what if you were in there, but there were people watching?
Oh, hell no. Yeah. That's weird. I don't know if I'd be able
Dude,
to.
Sharik is freaking the fuck out from what we've planned.
No.
No.
Like, I would do it, right? But I'm
Yeah.
saying in terms of how I'd feel, I'd probably be fucking...
Of course.
Like, it's like you're a fish in a fish tank.
And what would you want to feel after that?
I guess the confidence that...
You can do it.
Yeah, that I can do it. Yeah.
Sick. And that's how we segue into now you gotta watch the full video.
Yeah.
Subscribe. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm so sorry if you pass out today. You'll be fine. We'll be here for you.
Yeah. But no, I do appreciate you bringing me on your podcast. I was actually very excited to talk about these things.
Thank you, man.
Because I want people to see what like I'm trying to do, and you just literally highlighted it for me, so I do appreciate that.
Thank you. And hey, if you ever feel like you were missing something to say or anything, we can do more podcast. And that's an excuse for you guys to come ski with us.
Yes.
In Vancouver.
Yes.
Or us to come back out here because the pizza here is fucking bomb, bro.
Yeah, we'll be seeing each other soon again.
Thank you, man. Yeah. Is there anything else you want to end out with? Maybe a message to the people watching, to yourself?
I guess the one thing I always fucking say to people, which I never understand about people, is the ability to like be affected negatively by other people in terms of hating on them. The one thing I'll never do is leave a fucking bad comment on someone's video. I'd always say, like, just scroll. Like, if you see something you don't like, just don't let it, enter your life. So I think if you have that kind of hate in your body or something for someone else, you'll be much happier without it. Because that's how I was when I was younger. I saw the fitness influencers and I was like, dude, there's no way they're doing this, whatever, naturally. I'd find any excuse in the book to make myself feel better. But when I started focusing on myself and started seeing different perspectives, you become a whole lot of a happier person. So,
okay, can we clip that and send that to our audience? Not on this channel. I love you guys. I love you, legal therapy guys. Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much, Kev.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I don't know how we end this. It usually ends with us taking off our pants.
And kissing.
You have to take off your pants now. Great cast. Thank you. So the OnlyFans one now, or
that's at the underground gym.
That was great, man. Thank you for doing the first pod with us.